Bas, what's next for you? What do the next 5 years look like? Or you want to keep commentating for Karate Combat? I know you got your O2 trainer. Sounds like you're doing public speaking. Like, what do the next 5, 10 years look like for you in an ideal world?
Well, the auto trader getting big and it's doing really well. We're getting very high numbers now. We have the highest ratings on Amazon. The people that were helping with it, like it cured me from my asthma. Wow. My cousins and my family members from COPD, so I knew we had something. I knew also that I didn't invent it. It's inspiratory muscle training. There's only over 2,000 published medical journals about it. Every Olympian endurance athlete will use inspiratory muscle training. First thing I asked Alexander Usyk, what are you doing for your breathing? And he uses the competition for me. I go, no, that's a good product. Keep using that product. But he's the first fighter who actually does it. And he's a freaking world champion, beat Tyson Fury. That should tell you something. If every Olympian endurance athlete is doing it, that should tell you something. Yeah, but I don't have the time to do it an hour. It's 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes a day. It will retrain your breathing. It will work out your breathing muscles. So for the people at home who don't understand how breathing works, it's a really weird thing. If you saw this before, you know what I'm going to say. So your lungs don't have any muscles, right? They're just two bags. The way for your lungs to open is by chest expansion, because that chest expansion will create a vacuum between your body and your lungs, and that vacuum sucks open your lungs. So your lungs don't fill, your chest doesn't expand because you put air in them. No, your chest expands, and that's how you pull the air in. And once you get that in your mind, you go like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I never knew that because I didn't know either. Now, then you know that we have 11 pounds of them. That's a lot. That's your diaphragm, which is, and I have the thing here, a thin dome-shaped muscle tendon. And this hangs at the center of your body. And this is what your diaphragm does. When you inhale, it drops down. From that view, doesn't do a lot. From this view, it expands. So it drops down. It's like 4 millimeters. So it's a very thin muscle, but it's super strong. That expansion opens up your lungs together with your intercostal muscles, which are the muscles in between your ribs. And like I said before, all these muscles, you have 11 pounds of. Now, what is that going to do for you? A lot is going to do for you. Because first of all, we all breathe incorrect. Well, 95% of us breathe incorrect. Don't believe me? Google right now how many people breathe incorrect, and you will see all the tests. There's a whole bunch of them. We all breathe wrong. We're actually the only mammal on the planet that breathes incorrect. We all breathe raising our shoulders. 4 to 6 of these breaths is the same as one diaphragmatic breath. Let's take the number 4, the lowest number. So instead of doing 4 times this, I can do it the same amount of air by breathing diaphragmatically. Well, why do we breathe bad? Because as babies, we breathe perfect. Yes, we breathe perfect till about 5.5 years of age. And at 5.5 years of age, that's when we start becoming self-conscious. That's where also we start sitting down. We're going to school. That's where we see superheroes with abs. And we go, wait a minute, if I keep breathing like this, they might think I'm fat. And we start changing our breathing, taking away the perfect breath, and then we start raising our shoulders. This thing will force you, because that's the thing. It's a very simple device, but it's weight training for your breathing muscles. So it works out those 11 pounds of breathing muscles, so you get maximum chest expansion. What is that going to do? Okay, how does endurance work? I always go to the same thing. This is the easiest way for me to explain. Endurance, why do you get more endurance? I train really hard. Yeah, but what happened? Because there's got to be a reason for it. Well, I know the reason. The reason is that if you work a muscle over and over again, it becomes more efficient at its job. And once it's more efficient, it doesn't need as much oxygen, and therefore your stamina increases. Okay, good. So what happens if you run a 45-degree angle wall? Suddenly, it feels like you hit the wall, right? Because that's when you start gassing. Metaborflex, that's a beautiful word for it. What happens when you start gassing is that your body starts redirecting oxygenated blood. It actually takes it away from your legs that they're using right now to run up, and it sends it to your number 1 priority in the body, which are your breathing muscles. You don't do that for 3 minutes, you're dead, right? The survival rule of 3 says 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 minutes without oxygen. So it's the number 1 priority for us. Okay, wait a minute. So what if I give my breathing muscles more endurance so they don't have to steal the blood anymore from my legs, and they can just keep on going. And now you delay your fatigue that you normally have here to there. And that's what the auto trainer does. But it also forces you to use your correct breathing muscles. You do this for 6 weeks. Don't expect a freaking result in a week. Please don't. Because people, I do it for a week. It didn't do anything. I go, oh, that's great. So if you're overweight, you go to a gym in a week, you have the body that you want. No, that takes like 6 weeks. Oh, 6 weeks. That's fair. Do this for 6 weeks. If you do this for 6 weeks, 5 minutes a day, every day, I don't think you're ever going to stop. I'm in year 6 right now, doing it every single day. And I post those videos on the special website that I have so people can see that I actually do it. This morning, I already posted a video of me doing it. You don't have to do anything extra, only 5 minutes, and it will completely change your life. And what does it do? Asthma, COPD, cystic fibrosis, balance, your digestion, because once your diaphragm starts pushing down, that's when you start massaging your intestines as well. So it aligns your spine. It does these things that I had no clue it would do. Anxiety, whatever, PTSD, everything is about breathing. Completely changed my life. Hicks and Gracie was far ahead of us because he did it already 30 years ago. But I don't know if he's using it in spirit or a muscle trainer, though. I think he does long breathing exercises, which is good, but it's like trying to get a pump with no weight. You're going to have to do that a lot, right? Once you add weights, now you can achieve it much faster because you do it with the weights. And that's what the auto trainer is. It's just weight training for your breathing muscles. And it's a very simple device. You just simply sit, you exhale with power, and then you inhale with a lot of force. And you keep your shoulders low. So as soon as you see your shoulders raised, wrong. Only focus on your core. When I did this on Joe Rogan, he was freaking out. He goes, dude, I'm feeling muscles I never felt before. Yeah, I have bodybuilders buying it for their abs right now. That's how much you work out your core. It's a 5-minute fix for pretty much anything. It's really amazing. And so we're working on that. That's going really well. Of course, Karate Combat, I want to stay doing that because it brought me back and I love the show. My wife already said, once you go to training, it's really far. Then you don't have to travel anymore. I say, yeah, that's going to be a problem because I like the Karate Combat events. And I'm going to keep on doing that. That's my little thing that I want to keep doing because I just really enjoy it, hang out with that group. And that's pretty much it. I do some public speaking. I have, there's a website out there. It's called Krav Maga Worldwide Academy. Krav Maga Worldwide Academy.com/Bas. Click that. And then you go to 7 skills to save your life. I recorded a self-defense video, but all broken down from the basis, from everything, together with Amir Peretz. Amir Peretz is a freak show. Google him or YouTube him. That's even better because they do things with him. He's disarming people in 200ths of a second. They were like, where the hell did you get this guy? He's disarming him, hit him in the face, and while he's disarming, you see the bullet come out. He already hit him in the face, and now he's got the gun. And he's really like that. He came to my class a long time ago. Love your class. Can I show you what I do? Sure. This was all the way when we were still at Beverly Hills. And he pulls out a plastic knife. And I go, you know what? I'm okay. He said, what do you mean? I said, all that bull crap, I'm good. And then he says, okay. So he walks back to his thing. He gets a pellet gun. And he loads the pellet gun. And he says, why don't you shoot me when you see me move? And now the whole class stops and everybody's watching. And I go, are you serious, dude? He goes, yeah. Oh, when I move. And you see me move, you can shoot me. I think he did it like 6 times. I was not able. He had my gun. I got punched in the face. Well, thankfully, he stopped it before my face, but he has my gun. No chance. Gone. I go, okay, so with that guy, I shot a whole new show, 7 skills to save your life. And it starts with situational awareness, the things you have to watch out for, bringing people to attention, certain things. If they're out of order, something is probably something out of order. Where to park the car. If you park your car, you expect to come late at night when there's no light. Is that a good place? Think ahead. Because if you're a lady and you have to walk to a car that is parked somewhere with no lighting, it's always more dangerous. Like little tips like that. And then, of course, we go into every little thing, knives, guns, weapons, without weapons, sticks, whatever can come. 7 skills to save your life. So that's a big one. Breathing for Warriors. That's another show that I did, breathingforwarriors.com. This is when I tuned up with Dr. Belisa Vrenich. This is when the O2 Trainer got launched because I couldn't sell it. People didn't believe in it. And then I walked into her office and she says, okay, we're going to measure chest expansion. So I know what she was doing because the more you can expand your chest, the more air you can pull in your lungs. So she says, exhale, inhale, and she started laughing. She goes, yeah, that's not possible. Do it again. And I do it again. She goes, wait. And she walks out and she comes back with another doctor. And I go, okay, so it's really bad or really good, right? She goes, if I don't believe him, if I don't bring him, he's not going to believe it. So he needs to see this. I said, what do you mean? He says, well, normally when they break our record by chest expansion, it's about 1/4 of an inch. You almost went 2 inches further than everybody else. How is that possible? So I pulled the thing out. I said, well, this is what I'm doing. She started using it. And then it happened to her as well. She put it in her book, and then people started. And then I got a call from Chet Mashias, who's also a trainer for high elite Olympians, even trained Usain Bolt. And he told me, he says, don't work out with it. He says, just do breathing exercises. And he sent me some breathing exercises to do with it. And that's when everything completely changed. It became even way better. And it's only 5 minutes a day. So yeah, that's a little bit of story. But if you want to look into breathing and how it works, breathingforwarriors.com, that's a really great website to get all the information you need.
And where can we get the O2 trainer? It's on Amazon, or you have a site for that?
It's on Amazon. Like I said, we have the highest ratings.
Okay.
You can go to o2trainer.com, click on science. And once you click on science, there's a drop-down menu with all published medical journals. And for the people at home, you can doctor a published medical journal. Whatever you read, it's going to be real, right? Because they're bound by that. And then you can read what it really does, because people go, oh, it's a gimmick. I go, oh, 2,000 published medical journals say it's not. So don't worry, it dramatically will change your life for the better. I promise.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.